Hear the rain.
Hello everyone, welcome to Crafting and Cruising. I'm Lisa, back for a second time today. This time I have my sidekick Rodney with me. He's back from Lynchburg and I'm back from getting my hair done, and it is a rainy night in Tennessee instead of a rainy night in Georgia. So we're going to do something fun tonight. Hopefully we can get a couple done. I'm going to wait till I see somebody hop on here. We're going to use some light bulbs, two different kinds of light bulbs. And when you hop on, say hi. Is that you, Rodney? I see one watcher. Not Rodney, so who's on? Say hi so I can see you. I don't see comments. Do you see comments, Rodney?
Not on yet.
Oh. If you watch the replay, I would appreciate you letting me know that we're trying to make an attempt to get Mr. FB to see us on here and to put us higher up in the algorithm, so people who have subscribed to our channel will see us, or to our page. So make sure that your notifications are turned on, and make sure you enable all notifications, not just highlights. And check that pretty often with every crafter you follow, because they're getting really bad about just sort of turning those notifications off as they want to. Not the crafters, but the platform. And also, if you haven't joined our Telegram, it's pinned to the top of my page, and that is such an easy way for me to communicate with people. So one of these days, in the not too distant future, I'll be doing another giveaway on Telegram for those who join Telegram. And if you would spread the inspiration around to friends and family and invite them to join us, I would really appreciate it. So let me show you what we're going to do tonight. Somebody's home. I guess it's Carly. I have two different style light bulbs. I have this style, this style.
And these are the old incandescent bulbs.
And these are the old incandescent bulbs. What did she do? What was that noise? Anyway, so we are going to make some ornaments out of them, and I'm going to show you some pictures of ones I've done in the past, and then we'll talk about how we did them. So here are some snowmen that I did. I need you to see that, get on and make sure that people can see.
They can see.
Here's a close-up of one. These are cute as gifts. I have several of these hanging on my Christmas tree every year. Here's the one I did for an event last year. And then here is an angel that I made. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to do a couple of them. And I've already made some angel wings for at least one angel. We'll probably do a snowman and an angel. We might do a Santa Claus if we have time to do a Santa. The Santas are really, really cute too. Here's another angel. So I did some in silver, some in white, some in gold, and Rodney just got through drilling a hole in the top that goes all the way through, so that, did you bring any wire?
For hangers?
So that, well,
not for a hanger. This
so
is just to work with them. But
yeah, to put something through here to work. But most of the time I'll be holding it. So when I get this bottom part done, then I can hold it with this and do the top part. And then he's got a little bar over there for me to hang them on. So let me tell you what I did first.
let me tell Melissa about drilling the hole. When you drill through that, it's aluminum, so it's fairly easy to drill, but inside it is glass, because the end of the light bulb extends down to that. So at some point your drill bit will break through the glass. So you do need to probably hold it with gloves just in case the whole bulb breaks. And if you didn't want to drill the holes and risk that, you can also take a stiff wire and wrap it around the threads of the bulb. And then you can make a little hanger out of that, just kind of like you're screwing it into your holder. I'm done.
Okay. So the first thing I did, because the light bulbs are glass and very slick, I put 2 coats, I know it's backwards, of Dixie Belle Slick Stick. You use the slick stick on slick surfaces so it will kind of roughen up the surface to then accept the paint. If I did not do that and I just started painting faces, even though the bulbs are white, then the paint would rub off. So I have 2 coats of slick stick. I dried in between each coat. Then I put 1 coat on each one of this Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in sheepskin. And you can see by this white right here in the label that it's not perfectly white. It's a little cream. But when we get the faces on there, they're going to look white against this. So then we're going to draw the faces on. We're going to paint the faces. Then we will use some, where did I put my bottles?
Hey, Mickey Hopkins. Yes, it is
Hey,
raining.
Mickey, it's pouring. Can you hear it on the roof? We're going to use some molding paste. This is by Golden. I love this stuff. So I use the molding paste some at the top, and on Santa's I use it for the beard and the mustache. And I use a palette knife to put it on with, and then I usually cover it with diamond dust. So I have my diamond dust out here, ready to go. Here are the 2 sets of angel wings that I made, and all I did was just cut strips. I thought about the right size of these ribbons, and then I took a piece of wire and joined it in the center to make a bow. So those will go on last. So first, let's start by drawing a face on here of a snowman. Now I'm going to try to do it where you all can see me draw the face. I don't know if you'll be able to see it perfectly. Let me look around and figure out which side. So I think I'm going to put it on this side, okay? So if I put the nose, I'm going to kind of mark the nose down here so I'll know where the nose, I'm going to put the nose first. And I have a little picture of a little pattern that I'm following.
Hello, Carol Stinson.
Hey, Carol. Good to see you all again tonight. I went and got my hair done. It's kind of frizzy right now. Okay, so I just went on and drew the nose in. That is so bright. There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to try to draw the eyes around where the nose was. So let me do an eye. Y'all, can they see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do an eye there and an eye here. Should have curved that one a little more. And y'all, I know some of y'all are going to say, I can't draw a stick figure. I wouldn't be able to do this. Yes, you can do this. You print off something on the internet that you like, and then you just follow the guides. We're not looking for perfection. We're just having fun. And anybody can sit and follow this kind of stuff. You don't have to have artistic skills to be able to do this, I promise you.
I think since we're dealing with smaller stuff, I could probably zoom you in a little.
Probably.
If I don't mess it up.
Yeah, probably. I might. It might be easier for me to do it.
Just a little.
No. Sometimes it lets me zoom, and sometimes... There we go. Woo! Hello, Lisa.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 eyes.
I'm not in it.
And a nose. Yes, I'm in it. I'm looking right at it. Okay, and then we're going to do the little mouth. So I'm going to draw the little things down here. And then he's going to have a little smiley face. Let me kind of come over here where y'all can see. Kind of want it to come more rounded. something?
Carol says we're a little too close.
A little too close? Okay, hold on. I wanted you to be able to see the face. See that? Okay, so let me see if I can back it out now. Maybe if I turn the camera and then turn it back. Now, okay, and we're going to have to leave it like it is because it'll be too close or not close enough, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I don't really like exactly the way this mouth looks. I want his lips to come down, or his lip to come down a little bit more. So let me turn it and work on it myself, and then I'll show it to you all. That's better. See? Okay, now I'm going to draw the little eyeballs. And all we're going to do is just paint them in with acrylic paints. This is acrylic, not watercolor. So there's one little eye.
Shirley Ann Beckett says hi there.
Hey, Shirley Ann. How are you, my friend? Thanks for coming on this rainy night. I don't know what it's doing where y'all are, but it's a nice, steady rain right now, and I love it. Love it when it rains. I love it when it storms, and it did storm earlier while I was out. Okay, let me change this eye out just a little bit, and I'll hold it up there and show y'all. You can see how fast I'm doing this. The eyes are a little bit too far apart, but I don't think that matters. Okay, so
You like the camera better up high or down lower?
the eyelashes, I'm not going to draw on. I am going to move his nose down a little bit. I like it up high. You can ask them what they want. If they want it down lower, we can move it lower.
Let's see if I move it down, see what they say about this. Shaky camera. That's a little better. Get you in the picture. See how that looks. Somebody else just came on. Diane Zacklid Newman.
Oops.
Good
Hey,
evening,
Diane, my sister. How are you? So see, y'all, you just go back. Oh, it's not turned right. You go back and erase and make it the way you want it. So let me start it over a little bit more over here on this side. And I'll show you in just a minute what I've done. I'm trying to make this carrot look kind of crazy. Because this is real whimsical. These are not supposed to look realistic. Now, when I do the Santas, I usually do the faces a little more realistic on them. I don't know why, I just do. Now his mouth's not wide enough. So you just got to keep working. Sketch and draw and erase and sketch and draw and erase and, you know, just keep on going and go, oh, now I like it. Now he looks like a much happier, no he doesn't. His smile's crooked. Y'all know we don't want our snowman to have crooked smile. We wouldn't want that. When it really gets fun is when you start using the molding paste. Okay. You see now?
Everybody's saying they love listening to the rain. Diane said they've been promised rain, but they're not getting it.
Well, I hope you'll get it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is start out with our black. And on these, I use real small brushes. I know normally I tell you to use the largest brush you can, but remember I said the other day, when you're doing detail work, you want to use a small brush. I'm going to use blue for his eyes, so I need some blue out here. And sometimes I have to mess with these blues and mix them because I don't always like the way they show up, the color they show up. And then I need some pink for the cheeks. I'm using Folk Art Americana Poodle Skirt Pink, which I love. So put a little pink. We're not going to need a lot of pink. And I may mix a little bit of this Folk Art Americana Crushed Coral. I love using these two colors together. And I'll show you how I'll blend those together.
Move your palette closer to you.
Well, that crushed coral didn't want to come out much. Okay, and then I'm gonna need some white acrylic paint. This is just apple barrel. I don't like apple barrel paints from Walmart, but for the little work like this, I don't think it's gonna matter. Well, let's throw that away and see if we can find some more white. I may have already packed it. Okay, let's look in this next drawer. Sorry, y'all. There's some right here. Golden titanium white. That's what we'll use. Then we're gonna need orange for the nose. I'm gonna mix Deco Art Americana Lantern Orange and Spiced Pumpkin together.
Carol says we've had evening storms the past 3 days.
Have you?
And Diane says she loved your family photo.
Oh, thank you, Diane. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do is find a teeny tiny little, like a liner brush that I can use on the detail. So this one, as you can see, is medium length and pretty fine. Doesn't have a number on it. So, I'm going to get it wet and I'm going to go into my black and kind of roll it around and roll the excess off. Don't want a bunch of excess, especially up around the eyes. So the first thing I'm going to do is outline. I should have brought my glasses. The eyes.
Tell me where they are and I'll get them because I got to go do something.
It's a little bit thicker than I wanted. They're in my purse. In a yellow, a yellow striped bag. No, it's in the house. Maybe in the car. Okay. It's a little bit thicker than I normally would have done it. That's okay. I'm going to see if I can make these. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get a thinner little brush like this. And you can also use Sharpies. So if this ends up being too thick, then I'll use a Sharpie. But I want to get the detail in here first before I go in and put the color in. And then if I need to go back and add more detail, I can. That's a little bit thick, but that'll just make it show up better. Alright, so let's do the other side. And then I'm going to do this line down under. Try to just do as light a stroke as I can. Bring this one down to join it. Y'all, these would be cute also to make for teacher gifts for Christmas. Okay, so we got the outline of the eyes. Now, I'm going to do the inside black part of the eye right here. Okay? Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing blindly without my glasses. And when I get these all finished, I will go over them with either triple thick Duraclear mixture or just the triple thick. Okay, so there's one eye. Probably will do his lashes with a real fine tip Sharpie, because I don't want them real thick. Make this one a little bit more round. Okay? And remember, our eyes aren't exactly the same, so they don't have to be identical, right? Good, now maybe I can see. Now I'm going to take this blue. Let me lay this down for just a minute because I think I want also, you. My navy blue, but it's probably in my other container. This is ultra blue deep, so let's put a little bit of this just to deepen that color up a little bit. It looks almost like that same blue I used. Okay. All right, glasses. So y'all, can you tell that my hair's a lot whiter? So we're probably gonna have to try a couple more times before we'll get it just like I want it, with no yellow in it. If it's gonna grow white, the roots might as well go white, right? Okay, so here we go. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, now we're gonna do his blue. What happened to my brush?
Oh, you lost the end off of it?
The end is gone. I bet it's down here in the water somewhere.
Probably. We'll get you another brush.
I think I have another real thin one. I tried to pick them out. That's fun. Okay. So I'm going to dip in this dark blue, in the light blue, and back in the dark blue. Wipe it off a little bit. And then we're just going to go down here and paint this part under the black. You find it?
Your blue gun's going over there.
Was it down in the water?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You can tell that's a cheap brush. Came right off the ferrule and into the water. Alright, so we got this eye done. And y'all, please do not think this is complicated. It's not. This would be a fun project to do with grandchildren. It would be a fun project to do with a classroom. And what I used to do, I used to ask people to save their burnout light bulbs for me. And I have a whole bag in one of the rooms in our house filled with light bulbs. I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit.
Everybody transitions over to the other bulbs.
Let me lighten this a little bit. It ended up getting darker than I wanted, and I was afraid it was going to be lighter than I wanted. So see, I can go back with my black, touch it up when it's dry. But we'll move on to another area. Okay? So we've got his two little eyes on. Now we're going to work on his nose. I'm going to dip my brush in the two different colors of orange. And we're going to just paint it on here. Go back and add a little shading and a few little lines in it like a carrot would have. See, this is where you need a really fine brush to go out to that point right there. Perfect.
Let's see what the comments are. Diane says, so cute. And Carol says, are you home now or on the road?
Well, Carol, we're home till Wednesday. Then we're at our friend's place that we house sit for at the lake, remember? I mean the river. For a week, so I'll be going live from there. I don't know if Ronnie will be there or not, because he may have to be out of town with work. He probably will know more on Monday. Alright, let me just, now, see how I just painted that basic on there? We're going to go back and we're going to add lines and some shading. We're going to add a little highlight right up here toward the top with some white. It's not really showing up highlight yet because I'm not drying the paint as I should. Okay, See how we just put a little bit of a highlight there? Now, let's do, I'm going to do his cheeks with a little bit, actually, I need a flat brush for that. So let me see if I can find a little flat brush, not fat. So many of my brushes, y'all, I was going through today trying to get stuff ready to go to house sit, and I was trying to think, what am I going to need here before we go? What can I go on and pack? Okay, let's use this one right here. I think I got this one at Michael's. Okay, I'm going to get it wet, dry it off a little bit, and then I'm going to dip it in my coral on one side. Let me show you. So I got the coral on one side, flip it over and put it in the pink, okay? The poodle skirt pink. Then I'm going to rub it on my plate and kind of mix it together, see if I like it, if I need a little bit more of one than the other. Now, what I'm going to do with the cheeks is I'm going to go right under the eyes, the little thing that's marking the eyes, and I'm going to just make like a little curve right there under the eye, which can also help me thin out that black line. Now, I don't want it that defined, so I'm going to rinse my brush, and then I'm just going to kind of pull with the wet brush, pull the color down a little bit, and take my finger and just pat it. Took a little bit too much off. Okay, because we're trying to fade it into, let me get a little white. Go back in here and add some white. Can y'all see what I'm doing?
Yep.
Good. Okay, now I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. This is like we were talking about the other day, like women doing their makeup. Blend, 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 so we don't look like old ladies with big rosy cheeks. And we just kind of want it to disappear. Okay, look. See how that blended out? Okay. Dip it in my coral a little bit, flip it over. I need to get some of this dirt off my plate. Rub it in here. I think I need a little more pink. Okay. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to thin out that black line some with it. See, I can use the paint to work for me for something I didn't like. Now, his little nose is going to run up in there, so I got to be careful with that. Rinse my brush, get it a little bit wet, start pulling the color down some. Tap it with my finger, kind of in a circular shape. Don't want that definite line, so I'm going to get a little bit of white on here. Come back in here with white some. Tap, 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 tap. This one needs a little more coming down under the nose. So Rodney, why don't you tell them what you got today at the farm while you were there?
I got some more the cedar tree stumps that have been laying out in the woods for about 30 years, and I'm using them to do some artistic stuff with look kind of like driftwood. And so I got a trailer load of those, and picked up a little honey, a little beeswax. Helped them with their bees down there a little bit today, and also got some stuff kind of like honey mustard, but it's made out of bell peppers, yellow banana bell pepper, something like that. And so it's supposed to be kind of like a honey mustard sauce. So that's kind of what I got.
The beeswax was what I really wanted you to tell them about.
Yep. We, my brother.
See how it's, hold on just a minute. See how I used the same white that I used to base coat these? And now I'm going back and touching up around my eyes where I thought the lines were too thick. So see, nothing to worry about. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Two of my brothers raise bees or have beehives and harvest honey out of them. So yesterday, or a couple of days ago, they harvested honey, and I saw some pictures of it. There were bees everywhere, thousands of bees swarming around while they were getting the honey, and of course they had the bee suits and everything on. But I think when they rendered it all out, they end up with about 35 gallons of honey.
Wow, are you kidding?
So they got a lot of honey.
Oh my word.
I think they got 7 5-gallon buckets, and so that's a lot of honey. But
Was that just from Craig's?
No, that's Craig's and Carrie's together.
Wow.
And so now they're gonna have to get some jars and start going through the bottling process to get it bottled up.
Uh-oh. I just smeared some of the nose on it.
Oh no.
Correct that. Y'all, did you know that if you have a problem, you probably did know this, if you have a problem with allergies, get some honey local to you and take a teaspoon a day. Did y'all know that?
I've heard that.
It's supposed to really, really help with allergies. Okay, look. So see, I just cleaned that up. Now, where I got that orange, look, my brush is wet. I'm just rubbing it around here. And I'm going to basically erase it right off.
Apparently it makes a difference whether it's spring honey or fall honey.
Oh, really?
Because of the pollen that they're getting from the flowers that are pollinating, or the ones in the fall are different. So apparently some people ask when they're buying honey, was it spring honey or fall honey?
This is a round, it says, looks like it says 28/9. But I love the little teeny tiny tip. Can you see that? So what I'm going to do now is dip this brush into my white acrylic, not my white chalk paint that I have here. And I'm going to put just a couple of little white dots in the eye.
So why acrylic and not chalk paint?
I could have used the chalk paint. It doesn't really matter, but this acrylic is whiter than the chalk paint I was using.
And probably a little more glossy. The chalk paint's pretty dull, pretty flat.
Is pretty dull. Y'all, I keep sticking my hand in that orange. I think I'm going to have to dry it off a little bit. Okay, look. Somebody else got mine running? It looks like to me they have. You might ought to.
Let me check and see if there's any new names up here. No new names lately.
Well, there's somebody new on there because we have more.
It's not coming up yet. Mine is
Now I'm just
usually
drawing
minute
a
behind.
little, kind of a, almost looks like a shooting star coming down through the
Shirley
eye.
says it's adorable.
Thank you. Okay. So there's the eyes. Now we still got to put eyelashes on. And I think I kind of want to make this highlight on the nose a little bit lighter. I use my fingers a lot, y'all, when I'm doing acrylics. He's going to be so cute when we get him done. Now, I think I'll take this brush, since it seems to be working pretty well, and I'm going to do his mouth with this real thin brush. Hopefully it'll work. If not, I'll go back and use a Sharpie. I think I'm still going to use a Sharpie on the eyelashes. Alright, so let's do this little line right here. See, that made a real nice thin line. And then I'm going to make a thin line right here. I can feel my mouth open. You know how when we're concentrating, we have our mouth open sometimes. Now, as I get down toward the bottom of his smile, I'm going to make it a little bit, my line, a little bit thicker. Why, you ask? I don't know. I just think it looks better. To go from thin to thick and then back to thin again. Okay, let me come over here and do this little swoop. Almost done with this mouth.
If you turn the end of the bulb toward the camera, it looks like a pig.
A pig? I don't want him to look like a pig. Look, y'all. He's cute. Isn't he cute?
Look right into the end of it, the other end. Look into the socket end.
Huh?
You see it.
You're being ugly.
Not.
Yes, you are.
It can be a dual purpose thing. It can be a snowman or a pig.
No, he's being ugly. I'm thickening up this little part over here because there's a little...
Shirley says many years ago when I needed thin lines, I had to hold the brush straight up and down.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, now I'm going to put just a... Let me dry this just for a second to make sure this orange is going to be dry. Okay, now I'm going to put a few little, like, carrot lines. Black. Y'all, my grandchildren were trying to grow some vegetables. And yesterday, Ronnie and I went over there because the weeds had taken over. And I wanted to get those weeds up. And we went over there. And he found a teeny tiny carrot, about the size of my fingernail. I'm not kidding. It was the smallest little carrot I've ever seen. The weeds, I guess, had choked it out, so it couldn't really grow to its potential. And while I was pulling the weeds out, I got into a, what is it I got? Sting?
Either a stingweed or a horse nettle, one of the two.
Yeah, that felt like a needle going into my finger, and it still is bothering me.
Shirley says
today.
she has too many trimmers now for the fine lines.
Oh, really? Look, right there. See that spot right there? That's where one of them went in. And then I have one on this hand. And the weird thing is, it hurts, but it's partly numb. It's really a very weird sensation. I don't like it. And I thought it would be gone by now. All right, let me put a little eyebrow up here. I don't like that point. Something was on it. Okay. Just going to give him a little eyebrow. Try it this way. And see how I let my little finger kind of support it? I use my little finger whether I'm doing watercolor or acrylics a lot. To just give it so that I'm not, if I tried to do it up here, it would be disastrous. You can almost hear him talking, can't you? Okay, now let me find my fine line Sharpie. This one I don't think is this fine point. I wanted a super fine. Somewhere I've got a
In your drawer there was
super
some.
fine line Sharpie. That's fine. There was one in here.
Has been. I guess not lately.
I don't see one. This is a Sharpie pen, it says. Let me see if this will work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Uh-oh, I just dropped it. Just dropped it under there. Okay, so now I'm going to make some eyelashes. He's taking on a life of his own.
Are those microbladed or are those micro shaded?
These are shaded. They last longer when you shade them. In case y'all didn't know that. My eyebrows are micro shaded, not bladed. Bladed is more like a tattoo. Well, actually, shaded is more like a tattoo, I guess. But blading, they actually cut with a knife thing and then inject the ink. But with shading, it's like a little point like that.
Like a series
they
of
just
dots.
Kind of go in and yeah. Yep. Okay, y'all. I think we're about ready to go to the fun part, which is the. Well, I think all of it's fun, but is the. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna outline his nose. The molding paste. That's what gives him dimension and sparkle. You might want to turn that air conditioner off in the back. I had turned it on earlier today to try to help cool it off in here. Okay, so look, he's so cute. Okay, so I think we have all the detail on here that we want on him. I may have, oh, can you maybe find the thing that I dropped down here
Probably
at the
so.
top to this? Let me see if I can put a little more blue back on his eye right here. Oh, that's too blue. Got that a little bit too much. Okay. Alrighty. Probably right down here below my feet. Okay, let me dry this a little bit so we can get started with the molding paste. Thank you. Okay. This and put this one up. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, you guys. I'm gonna move this out of my way. Can you take this, please? And I'm gonna get my molding paste. This is by Golden Molding Paste. I love it. Now, we can only work on part of it at a time. It's going to be too hard for me to hold, not get my hand. I need one of those paper plates to put my diamond dust on. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold him this way first. I'm not going to put any on the bottom of him right now. I'm going to dip my what is this called? Palette knife. Palette knife in here, and I'm just going to start rubbing it in different places on him, just to give me a starting point. And it's going to look real funky when we start. See? And then we're going to spread it around and get it as close to the painted part as I can without covering it up, because I want him to look real snowy. So I'm going to bring it around. I'm just going to do it right now kind of smooth, and then we can go back and texture it, okay? Got enough paste on here probably for the whole snowman, but once I start spreading it around, it really doesn't go as far as it looks like it will. Okay, get it up here. And the last part that I'll do is the top, so I may have to do it tomorrow after this has had time to dry and set up. But we'll see. Y'all still with me? Right now I need you up there checking out the comments, please, sir.
Let's see what we got here. The last thing was Shirley said it was so cute.
Let me try to get some in here between his nose and his mouth. And see, I tap, 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 and it leaves little high points and little low points. It's okay, you can go back and smooth it out some if you want to, but I don't mind those because it's supposed to look like he's a big fluffy snowball. Then if you need to go back in with your black paint or your black marker once it's dry to touch up some places, you can. And for the Santa Claus, I use this for the beard and the mustache, and then on the top for his hat, and it looks really cute. Let's see if we can get some right here between his eyes. Ooh, that's a big particle. Hot. About to run out of my mold. I've got 2 things of molding paste, but I think both of them are getting pretty low because I used to use it a lot. I haven't used it as much in a while, but I love, because I like texture, whether it's in watercolor or acrylic. I like texture. If somebody were to have to say, so what would y'all say is kind of Lisa's #1 item that she would like to see in acrylic or watercolor or mixed media, anything? It would be texture. So many ways to accomplish it. And when we put the diamond dust on here, that's what's going to bring it all together. Okay. Any questions about what I'm doing? It's pretty self-explanatory and not really hard. And I just said I wasn't going to do the bottom as I'm doing the bottom. I heard somebody today say, I just can't do Christmas in July. Although there is a Christmas in July event going on that started today. I think it goes today and tomorrow. I'm not sure. Oh, it's part of Craft Around the Clock and the Chucked Berry Circle. They're the ones hosting it. I don't know how many creators were going to be on there. I'm going to try to go back and watch some replay tonight because I haven't had time to catch any of them live today. But I want to see what they're doing. So that's a Christmas in July event. And then coming up soon on the Crafty Bunch that I'm a part of, it's going to be a Christmas in July event that I will be participating in. So there, you know, this is the time of year when crafters really need to be focusing on Christmas, because you got to get stuff ready to either give or to sell. And you don't want to wait until the season's already here. This has got some chunks in it. And everybody else has already, you know, had their chance to sell stuff or promote what they're doing. So crafters have to be a little bit like the retail market. You have to be kind of ahead of the game. Now, after we get through with Christmas in July, I'll be focusing on fall. Because I love doing fall crafts too. I love doing pumpkins. I've done so many different kind of pumpkins in the past couple of years, and I just love it. Okay, look. So except for the top, he's pretty well covered in molding paste. So I'm going to smooth it out in a couple places. If I could, I'd get right there between his eyebrow and his eye, but I'm afraid if I try to do that, it's going to be... Let me see if I can do it on the side of my palette knife. I don't think I really can. I'm going to get a little bit down in there. If I make up my mind about something, I'm going to make it happen. Now, because I want that part to be diamond dusted too. And I did not put the clear coat on here because I knew I was going to be diamond dusting and putting this molding paste. Now, I will, when it all gets dry, I will go back and put a clear coat on the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Just so they'll be shiny too. Okay. Ready? I put some stuff on here, so I need a different plate, please. Let me smooth it out just a little bit. With my fingers again. I want to put some... I did not paint this top because, again, once this dries, it's going to be covered in the molding paste and the diamond dust.
You want to hang it up?
I do, but not until I put the diamond dust on it and let them see it. Alright, so here's my diamond dust. Y'all, you can just get an old cinnamon or spice, any kind of spice container, clean it out real good, put your diamond dust in it, it's great. And then I do it over a plate or something so that I can salvage what I don't use. Put it back in the container. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I need to spread that part out a little bit. Maybe he needs a little bit on his cheeks. Let's take some of this. Y'all, he's so cute. Look. See? It's diamond dusted all the way around. And you could put a cute, once you get this top part done, you could put a cute little Christmas ribbon through there. You could put a piece of jute. You just put a wire. This would be such a cute gift for a teacher. I think they would love it. Especially if you had your child do it. That would, or grandchild do it. That would be special. Or you could have your grandchildren do it for family members, and you could even put their name on it. Okay, so you're going to hang this for me?
If you'll wait, hold it like you got it. You got, I think you're over the holes.
Okay. All right, let me put this diamond dust back in here, and then we're going to do an angel, and we're going to call it a night. I want you to see the angel with the angel wings on it. So we're not going to get around to doing a Santa tonight, but maybe sometime when I get caught up with the project, I can do a Santa. I might even do it on one of the events. All right. The angel is a whole lot easier. I'm going to, where's my plate of paint? I'll need a little red for her mouth. Y'all found this Deco Art Americana Santa red. I'm going to use my favorite, which is Deco Art Americana lipstick red. Okay?
Now we got some comments. Let's see here.
Good.
Esther says, I have a hard time doing the eyes on my snowman's faces. Shirley says, can he have a hat?
Yeah. Yeah, you could make a fabric hat and put on him. When I put the molding paste and the the diamond dust on him, it's going to look like he has a hat. You could even put a little fuzzy ball on top, like a cotton ball, cover it with diamond dust. That would look like a hat. Or you could make one out of felt that kind of hangs over to the side. So yeah, the sky's the limit. There's no rules in art. Remember, you're the artist. You're in charge. Okay, so on the angel, let me see what sign I want to use. Okay, she's going to look like she's asleep. Of course, what she's really doing is praying. So I'm going to draw her little closed eyes. Try to get them even. I know y'all can't see it. But this is literally drawing a half circle, y'all. Not hard. Okay. Then I'm going to come and do a half circle again. Can you see those eyes? Right under the eyes to do just like we did on the snowman to make cheeks. So I'm doing like an upside down one, just like the one I just did for her eye, but I'm doing it upside down. And we're going to make her cheeks the same way. We're just going to blend them in. I'll show you in just a minute. See? And we can go back and do the eyelashes just like we did before. And then I'm just going to kind of real lightly draw a circular nose because we're going to do it with our paint like we did the cheeks. And then she's going to have like an oval mouth that's a little bit bigger than her nose to kind of look like maybe she's singing or maybe she's praying. Okay, very, very simple. Okay, so let's get this little teeny tiny brush again and dip it in our black paint. Y'all, see how I got a bunch of extra water down there? If you don't wipe that off, then right in the middle of you painting, that drip is going to come down there and you're going to say, dadgummit, I just messed up my paint. Okay, so I'm kind of rolling it, can you see on the side, to try to make as thin a line as I can. I'm using my little finger again. Turning as I go just to try to make it fairly even. Okay. I like this little brush. When I paint, I can't talk much, you guys. Rodney, you need to talk.
Seems like the smaller the stuff you're painting, the less you talk. You're really concentrating stuff.
Yeah, when you focus on detail, it's kind of hard to keep the conversation going. Okay. So now, I shouldn't have rinsed that so quick. Well, yeah, I should go on and do the cheeks, and then I'll dry it before I go back and do the pink color.
Shirley says, oops, I think I messed it up.
Which Shirley are we talking about?
You're talking about Shirley and Beckett.
Shirley and Beckett. Okay.
Any new ideas for pumpkins?
Oh, girl, I have lots of ideas for pumpkins. I wish you could see all the pumpkins I made last year. We'll be making some of them this year, and some of them we probably won't repeat, but yes, I have all kinds of ideas. Stuffed pumpkins made out of old sweaters, pumpkins like the paper mache ones you get from Hobby Lobby, that you can do all kinds of things. You can decoupage, you can check them, you can do each section different, some painted, some decoupaged. What else did I make pumpkins out of last last year? I'm trying to think.
I don't know, but there are lots of pumpkins around here.
I've done a lot with pumpkin
But what
pie.
she says, any new ideas?
Well, but she doesn't know about my ideas from last year. So
That's
let me dry this real quick so I won't smear this black. She hadn't seen my pumpkins from last year.
Or mine with a purple sash.
I got some glass pumpkins, some small glass ones at the Dollar Tree last year, and I made them over. What did I do with my brush I was using for the cheeks? Here it is. Okay. So let's get our brush wet. Wipe the excess off. We're going to dip in our pink, just a tiny bit in the coral. I don't love the coral mixed with it, but it does give it a little bit of shading. Now here I go. Right down below, coming up right to that black line. Following the line. Okay, so we have that, but we don't want to leave it like that. Remember, blendy, blendy, blendy.
Last year around Halloween, we had a contest.
We sure did, and I bet we'll have one again this year.
We have some different rules, though.
If y'all didn't watch last year, we had so much fun as a family doing a pumpkin contest. And Justin, we had partners, and Justin was my partner. Justin from the Crafty Brother. So he wasn't here to do it with me. He did one, and I did one. And then, who was your partner, Rodney?
Blake Bergstrom.
Blake Bergstrom, that's right. He lives in Georgia.
Hello, Veronica. Thank you for sprinkling.
Hey, Veronica, sweet friend. Okay, let me kind of get just a little bit more color in here. I know y'all can't even see what I'm doing. Let's put a little more of that peachy color, coral color, whatever it is. Just to give it a little depth, and then we'll take our fingers and we'll kind of make it more of a circle. But you don't want to really see where it starts and stops. I'm trying to think of what else I did with pumpkins last year. When we were camping with our friends, she and I did a lot of pumpkins. We cut the tops out of some of the paper mache ones and then did arrangements down in there. See how we got that blended? We used all kinds of sunflowers, and speaking of which, we have a couple of, we've never grown sunflowers, and our daughter planted some sunflowers out in the garden. Y'all, they are, there's two of them out there that are at least 12 feet tall. No lie. And the blooms are about this big. One is a real deep, gorgeous red. And then the other one is just, you know, the regular yellow one. I texted Shayna today, but I don't think she got it. With Frame It and Contain It. If y'all don't follow her, you really need to follow Shayna. Shayna grows all kinds of flowers and vegetables in her garden. And then not only does she, you know, eat them and cook them, can them, but then she crafts with a lot of that stuff, especially her sunflowers, and she's known for her coxcomb.
And she teaches people a lot about gardening too.
Yeah,
as
she
she
does.
goes.
She's great. Y'all really need to follow her. So I texted her today and just said, okay, now that we've got these growing, we need to know what to do with them, because I don't, when they are getting ready to die, I don't want to just let them go by the wayside. I want to be able to craft with them, and I want to know how to, like, the best way to harvest seeds out of them and stuff, so we can have some more next year. Okay, let me show you this. It's got a little too much definition down here, so let me kind of wipe some of that back.
Veronica says she's jealous that she can grow stuff like she does. I think she's talking about
Shayna.
Yeah, Shayna.
Shayna is amazing. But I'm sure it didn't come overnight. You know, she's learned a lot over the years. Okay, y'all, look.
She probably grew up doing it.
Isn't that cute? Okay, now we're going to do basically the same thing on her nose. Might give it a little more of the coral color this time. Flip it over, put it in the pink, rub it on my plate, see what I have, make it a little more pink. Okay, so her nose is a teeny tiny circle right there. I just did that to kind of give myself an idea of where I wanted it. I'm not worried about following it. I just kind of gave myself an outline. And you can
Veronica.
see that I'm turning it as I go.
Veronica says she kills all flowers and plants.
Me too, Veronica. That is not my thing, girl. I wish it was. I would love to have just one of those, you know, Better Homes and Garden yards that people were bragging about all the time, but I don't think it's going to happen around this house.
You know those little tiny carrots you were talking about earlier? Those might have been like those microgreens. Those might have been micro carrots.
They were micro, okay. Okay, there's our little nose. Now we're going to use the lipstick red to do her mouth with, and then I'll go back with just a tiny bit of black and shade her mouth. And I think what I'm going to do is put her wings on first before I put the diamond dust on her. And that way, the modeling paste and the diamond dust, and that way I won't waste it on a place where it's not really going to show. Plus, if I don't put them on first, then y'all won't be able to see them until tomorrow when they dry.
Are you going to hot melt them out? I see you got the hot melt running.
Yeah, I'm going to hot melt them. All right, let me make it a little bit deeper right here. Okay, so there's her mouth. Now I'm going to take a little black on this same brush, and I'm not going to wipe my red off. And I'm just going to highlight, not highlight, I'm going to kind of shade on this one side a little bit. And blend it out. Then I'll probably add a little white highlight into her mouth and into her nose with my white acrylic apple barrel paint that I don't love.
Does anybody on here? Has anybody on here ever worked with bees and beehives? I've been doing a little bit of that lately, and they are so interesting and so necessary to keep all of our crops growing good and everything.
Okay, y'all. So, now I'm going to take my thin marker again, and we're going to give her some lashes. Let me dry a little bit.
Where's some of those really big Snuffleupagus lashes?
If I had the nerve, I would get some of my little false eyelashes out and put on her. Y'all, I go to Dollar Tree and buy different lengths of eyelashes to use on some of my crafts. They're cheap and they're good.
Vicki Sanders Culber sent his own. She said it's so cute.
Hey, Vicki.
Sorry I'm late. I watched the first on the replay.
It's okay. You're never late. And there is always the replay. Glad you're here. Okay, y'all. I'm just sketching a few little eyelashes on here. Going down over her cheek.
See some hearts flying up through the air.
Thank you for those hearts, y'all. That helps so much. I really appreciate it.
On my screen, I can't tell who's sending the hearts. I'm assuming.
No, I can't either.
It might be Shirley, might be Vicky. I don't know. Just hearts
I
just flying
can't
up.
tell either. Okay, y'all. So, now, we've got her done. Do you all think that I should use the white wings that I made for her? Let's see. With just white ribbon. Or we can use this rose gold set.
Veronica says it was me that sent the hearts.
Oh, thank you, Veronica.
Shirley said I bought some eyelashes at DT.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Okay, gotcha.
I think I like these, don't y'all?
Vicky Sanders Culberson says, oh, I think she likes it.
Okay. We're going to glue these wings on back here. Rodney, do you know, I shouldn't tell you this, but do you know what I discovered when I came in the bus for the first time today?
That the glue gun's been on for a week.
Did you hear me tell
No.
that? Huh?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you, but
And I had the hardest time getting the glue to come out. Oh, y'all, I forgot there was holes in here for her. I didn't even look at that. Ooh.
the direction doesn't matter. That
I
much.
got lucky. Okay, so I'm going to hold that there. Now, what I want to do before I put her diamond dust, here you go, and the molding paste on is I want to put a little clear coat on top of her. I think I'm going to use this gloss varnish. This is Liquitex gloss varnish. Okay, I'm going to use just a little bit of that.
On your this plate
Yeah, I'll
here.
put it back on this plate. I'm about done with this plate. But I got to get all that trash off there. It's going to get on the stuff. Okay. Oh, this didn't open yet.
Hey, Shelley Stacklin.
This isn't open yet. So let me, you know what? Let's just use that's glue. I'm glad I didn't grab that.
I'll
I'll use
open that
Star
with
Clear.
her. Okay.
Hey Shelley Stacklin, I was talking about you today. I was talking to my friend Vicky, who gets Botox shots for her headaches, and she's been encouraging me for a long time to do that, and Rodney's been kind of against it. But I've had one ever since we were in the Dominican Republic. I can't seem to shake. But I was telling her what happened to you when we were at Kathy's. And, come on, Sandy Lance wanted to take the picture, and you turned suddenly and had that pain in your jaw, and you said you thought it was from the Botox. So, if your ears were burning, that's why I was talking about you. She gets them, and they really help her too. Okay, I'm just putting this on here just to give it a little gloss around here. Now, I will tell y'all, I'm not going to go over the eyelashes because I can tell it's going to smear.
Veronica says she gets Botox for her migraines. She gets 31 injections.
Oh, Veronica, nuh-uh. I don't think I could. Do they give you anything to numb? I think Shelley said they gave her, like, something in the area where she was going to have it to numb it. Y'all,
Well, she said they could, but sometimes she didn't. They could give you a shot of what's the stuff they use for dentists and stuff?
Yeah.
Not Novocaine, but
I forgot.
that surface.
Open that up, please. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure I could do it. If mine were all migraines, then yes, I guess I could, because when I do have a migraine, unless I have Rail Packs on hand, I can't do anything. But most of mine are not migraines, so I just don't know that it would help.
Let's
Okay.
see what else we got on here.
Almost tried.
Veronica says they don't give her anything to other than the
They
injection.
don't. Veronica, how is the pressure? Have they been checking it to check the pressure in your head with that monitor? Okay, y'all, I'm going in with the molding paste now. I may even go up toward the top on this one. But I'm not going to put it all the way back where the wings are. This has so much dried up stuff in it.
Veronica says surgery Monday.
Again? What
Didn't
is...
she get hers put off?
Well, maybe. I thought she went in and had some... Well, she had the little monitor put in. Veronica, what are they going to be doing Monday? Y'all, please pray for Veronica. She's had a hard time. I'm hoping she's going to tell us.
Shirley Ann Beckett says dermatologists use a numbing spray before injections.
Do you get the
Lidocaine, that's what I was thinking
lidocaine?
of.
Yeah. Do you get the injection, Shirley?
Yeah, Veronica's was put off due to infection. Remember last
Oh,
week?
that's right. Okay. So now they're going to do it Monday. Okay,
Yeah,
y'all.
she's putting in the monitor Monday.
We've got to pray for Veronica on Monday. What time, Veronica? I gotta get some new molding paste. This is gross. I think you're on Eastern time, aren't you? She's in Florida.
8.
8 o'clock. Are you on Eastern?
Yes, she would be. She in the Carolinas?
No, she's in Florida, and some of Florida is, and some isn't.
That's right.
I think
Eastern
she
time.
Is. Eastern time. Okay, so 8 o'clock Eastern time will be 7 o'clock Central time. So I'm going to ask everybody on here tonight to set your alarm, set yourself a reminder to pray for Veronica at whatever the time zone you're in on Monday for this surgery to go well.
8 Eastern.
And that the doctors will be able to determine exactly what needs to be done to help with this tumor she has in her head. And speaking of that, I have another friend in Florida, actually a guy I used to date, that y'all can pray for, that I just saw a post of today. He was an attorney in Nashville for many, many years. His name's Gary Wood, and he has brain cancer and is in the hospital. He had his 3rd chemo, I think he said today. He has had cancer before, I don't remember where, and he beat it, and he was just asking people to please pray that he can do it again. So we are all going to stand with him, that he'll get through all this again. He's got 2 sons and at least 1 grandchild. I'm not sure if he has more. I saw a picture of him holding a grandchild. But I'm not sure if he has more grandchildren or not.
Veronica says, thank you.
You're so welcome, Veronica. What I'm doing? Kind of helps to have these wings already on here. Ugh! Stuck my hand down in the glob. I can kind of hold on to it and turn it. If the wings don't come off.
Veronica said she's praying for him and his family.
Thank you, Veronica. It'll be kind of easy on holding it by this. Well, I'm not sure. I sure hope they don't come off. It's also getting on my finger on the back side. Okay. Almost done, you guys. I wish I could have gotten around to doing a Santa tonight, but I don't want to keep y'all on any longer, and to be honest with you, I don't think I'm up to it. I may need you to scoop some out for me, because I'm getting all these thick, dried up pieces.
That's it.
And get that off there. Hold on, y'all, while he's
Yeah,
getting
there's
this
areas
some
of it that
out.
kind of dried up a little bit on you.
Yeah, I can spread this out a little bit with my fingers. Not have it so thick. It doesn't have to be on here thick because you're going to cover it up with diamond dust anyway.
Use the front of the palette knife for the back.
Both.
Like this.
Yeah, that's good. Woo! That's a lot.
I figured you'd finish it after that.
There's a big booger right here. I feel it.
Yep, put it in the can. Or on the paper. Yeah, I guess I scraped some off the side.
So that's a lesson for you. Make sure you try to keep your stuff covered real well. And I mean, I may have had this thing of molding paste for a long time. I have some more in another jar over here. There's another big booger.
And instead of molding paste, you can also use spackling.
You can, and you can get
drywall paste, and
you can get spackling at the Dollar Tree over in the automotive section, because there's some household stuff there too. You can get little containers of spackling.
And it's real lightweight. This is probably lighter weight than this
It is
because
a
it's got
lot
a lot
lighter
of
weight than this.
microspheres in it.
Yeah. Okay, I think I need a little bit more, believe it or not. I can't believe it.
Without the big chunks.
And I can spread some of this around with my fingers too and fill in. Another chunky piece right there I need to get out. I think I better get this napkin or paper towel out of my way. Keep sticking my finger down in the chunks.
Veronica says she was telling a nurse about your mission trip, the one with the pastor and the man that took his pants down. She was heading for a mission trip.
Woo! Did she enjoy that story, Veronica?
Yeah. He wanted some work done.
That was so funny. Bless his heart. He was miserable. Dad laughing about it, but I'll never see him. So.
She laughed.
Okay, I think I've about got her covered up, even on her little hat. Maybe, or her head. Maybe a little bit around here. Now, you can also go back, and I probably will, after this gets good and dry, and I'll take a little chenille stick. What's the other word for that?
Pipe cleaner.
Pipe cleaner. In either gold or silver, and I'll make her a little halo, and then hot melt glue to the back of her head. That'll make her look even more angelic.
Yeah, some more hearts flying. Probably Veronica.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it when I get hearts flying. I'm going to give this to you, and a paper towel would be fabulous.
Yeah, this stick.
And my plate for diamond dust. I'll give you, I got the diamond dust plate over here. I'll give you this, and I'll take this and put my little hook in here. I think I'm done with it. Okay, here we go. Time for some diamond dust. It's a little thick right there. Let me wipe that off some. She's cute. she's going to be praying for Veronica and Gary. She's their little praying angel. Oh, did y'all see that?
Stopped your dripper, didn't you?
I think I'm going to have to just sprinkle her first. Coat it good, y'all. You can always tap it off. But
Vicky Culberson says very cute.
thank you, Vicky. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Okay, here we go. I'm turning around. And there she is.
There she blows.
I think she's got a little too much right here by her cheek. She kind of looks like she's got a mustache going on.
Mustachio.
But, I mean, you know, she could be a male angel. Who said angels have to be female? She looks more like a female, but... Okay, there she is, y'all. Okay, will you hang this up, and I'm going to pour this diamond dust back in, and then I want you to
Let me grab it here.
carefully hand me my tray that I did today. Some of y'all were on today and saw the tray.
Is it leveled up and
It is
still
enough.
nice?
You don't want to touch it. It's still tacky.
You drop maybe some few things on it. Don't drop anything on it.
No, I don't. Okie doke. So let me put this up. I'll need to pack this and that. And get this brush out. And then I'll show y'all what we did today. My hands off. Okay, you guys. Here is our deer. With the birds on his antlers. We got the holly leaves and berries down in the corner. We got a few little ice-looking covered leaves up by his horns.
Vicky says that deer is beautiful.
Thank you. And then these are the wood pieces that I got from Amazon that I told y'all about. And all I have left to do before I go to bed tonight is I'm going to use my Bear,
Ribbon Dove.
my Bear wax. And is it antique
What?
mahogany? I think it's over there in that suitcase, Rodney, laying loose. Now, I will tell y'all one thing to be careful about when you resin. Learned my lesson the hard way. Number one, if you watch me today while I was doing it, it dripped some over here, and I laid my arm in it. So now I have a partially resined arm. But this tray had some cracks in the back where it didn't totally meet up, like right here. You can see where the resin came out. So I had it laying over on a stool that I had checked with the level to make sure that it was level. And when I went over there to pull it up a while ago, part of it stuck to the stool. And I thought, oh, I forgot to put tape on the bottom. So if I ever do anything else, when I do something else with the resin, I'm going to make sure that I check to see that all of the edges, especially around the bottom, that there's no seam areas where the resin will go down in. So you can just put tape, like the blue painter's tape, like this. You can just tape it real good on the bottom, and then when it dries, you can pull the tape off.
Or if it's on the inside and it's a crack, you can put some glue in it and glue the crack up before you start too. Rodney says the tray is beautiful.
Will you see if you can find that wax real quick? I was going to show them how I was going to do that while I'm on.
Where is it?
I think it's down there in that suitcase, laying on its
okay.
side.
And Sharon Halverson says hi, Lisa and Rodney.
Hey, Sharon. Good to see you, sister. The can was kind of laying on its side.
Still is.
Yep, there it is. Okay. So, here, I'll do it.
Here's a clothespin.
Got it right here.
Don't do that. Here, I'll get it. Let me get it with something you want.
Got it. Okay. Now, I'm going to use one more paper towel. I'm going to get some on my brush, my sponge. And remember I told y'all the other day that if you're using bare wax and you wax something that you don't like the way it looks, if I can get it out of here. And Kathy D mixes the clear with her bare wax just to kind of thin it down some. I usually don't. This is in the color dark antique, but you can get it in clear. This is actually Minwax in clear, and if you wax an area you don't like, you can take some clear with a clean brush and go over it, and it takes it right out. It's like a magic eraser. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this.
Sharon had said, hey Lisa and Rodney, or hi Lisa and Rodney, I just want to mention that you are fabulous doing paint pours.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. I need to do some more paint pours.
Yep. They're fun.
Sure do. Thank you. Okay, so I'm using this, and I'm trying to get down in there. That's a little dark for me. So, let me get way down in those little crevices. And then I'm going to go over it with a paper towel and take some of it off. But if you think it's still too dark down inside, which I do because it's darker than my other, I'm going to take a brush, a clean brush, and I'm just going to try to wipe some of this out of here so that down inside it's not so in your face dark. I don't mind it being deeper than the rest of it, but I don't want big clumps of wax on there. I'll hold it up and show it to you in just a minute, okay? Whole thing to another level by adding those corner pieces, I think, anyway. So I get some on there, but I always rub it off on a paper towel. Otherwise, it will, first of all, the wax will be too thick, and it will be even darker.
So since you just did this, what, today, then that surface is still tacky? I mean,
A little bit, not bad.
so if you spill little crumbs on it, you can still shake them off maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good enough that it's not going to let anything stick to it. It sure won't run anymore, but it will be a lot more cured. Now, when I used that resin today, it said 4 to 6 hours. Of course, it depends on the size of the piece too, but it said basically 4 to 6 hours. But I like to let it cure overnight. I did not have anything to cover it with to try to keep dust and dirt or bugs or anything from flying into it, so just prayed for the best. Okay, so let me show you. I love it. I love it. What started out to just be an ordinary, ugly tray. I don't know if y'all saw of course I forgot to take a before picture, because my person that's supposed to be doing that and taking after pictures is fired. But I'm going to rehire him real quick. I did take some pictures of some stuff today. But anyway, it was ugly, y'all. It looked like, it was kind of, this material on the bottom was kind of plasticky, but they had tried to make it look like marble. And it was like a yellow marble. It was ugly. And when I got it, of course, I had no idea what I was going to do with it. I just knew I would make something out of it and change it up. But sometimes when you just take a piece out and just kind of look at it and then look at what you've got on hand, rice paper or whatever, then you can look at it and something will just happen. Like that metal tree, the magnetic tree I showed earlier in my live, and I was showing what all we picked up on this trip. I had several napkins and some pieces of rice paper that I thought I was going to use, and none of them were big enough to cover that thing. And so then I had an idea. Some of them were like postcard shapes or postcard size, Christmassy. But when Rodney and I looked at it, we decided it was going to be so busy to put the ornaments on there. So I was going to do it with you guys the other day, and I thought, I can't do it yet. I'm not ready because I don't have the appropriate things to go on it. So I think what I'm going to do is see if I can find on Digital Deco Designs or one of those places some rice paper that looks like pine or some kind of evergreen tree and print it off, and then I can use that as the base for my magnetic tree. And then the ornaments will really be the star of the show. I'm not going to go over this with any kind of clear coat because this is supposed to look very rustic. So I'm going to leave it as is. Remember, I usually take this brush and just kind of clean off the excess. This is a brush by Waverly that makes the chalk paint. Before you put that back in there, will you add this one too in case I need it while we're gone? Here. Okay, so here it's still sticking. Must still be, yeah, see this down here? I'll have to eventually scrape that off. This is a big bunch of it down here that's still tacky. See right there? So when that dries, I need to take it off. But y'all, I'm really surprised these little green things that I used up by his horns that had the little glitter on there. The glitter is still showing. So I really think if we had diamond dusted his nose, it would have shown. Well, you see the sparkle on those green things?
I do.
I think it would have worked.
Is the sparkle on the green things, is that diamond dust?
No, it was already on there.
Oh.
Okay, you guys, thank you for coming on tonight. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the stars, those of you who sent stars. Thank you always for supporting Rodney and I and encouraging us. And I hope, I'm going to take that in and show Jana, put it up there with my computer if you want to. I hope y'all have a blessed night and a great day tomorrow. We're going to get up and go to church tomorrow. And then come home and start getting ready for my next venture. And I will be on tomorrow to do some kind of craft because, you know, I'm doing 30 days in July. So I will definitely be on tomorrow. Don't know yet what time. I'll send out a telegram. So you got to be a member of the telegram just to get notified. Okay, y'all, here they are. Look at her, and she's
Two
so
little
cute.
children hanging on the clothesline.
And of course, MacGyver just went to the basement and made this thing before we started tonight for me to have it to hang on. He's adorable. And I think when I do the Santa Claus that I'm going to do him on one of these big fat round ones too. And then I may try to do one that's a reindeer and make it Rudolph. And then out of, what are they called? Chenille
Pipe cleaners?
pipe cleaners, make him some horns. Here you go. All right, love you guys so much. Go out and bless someone and be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Bye.